Welcome back to the Cruise Dynasty podcast. Back at it again. Man, tonight's a good night because we wrapping up our Dynasty Rankings and we're actually going to talk about some motherfucking tight ends. Craft, man, what's going on, man?
Hey, after we talk about these bitch-ass tight ends, we're getting on them rookies. So after this episode, y'all tune in. We're going to be hitting these rookies. Get ready for y'all's rookie drafts. And it'll even help y'all's ass out with a little bit of startup draft. So, got them rankings done. Go back, listen to what we got. And we on the rookies after this one, but we're talking tight ends today, which should be an easy episode, but don't discount these tight ends because a lot of these dynasty setups are tight end premium, and you have got to have these guys to make your team run for a championship. So we hate them, but we love them.
Yeah, hate tight ends, but there's no denying. If you got a tight end and they're dominating and stuff, I mean, it's a huge advantage. I mean, when most people are out there streaming tight ends, if you can plug that tight end every week and count on him to get you some good solid points, heck, and if like some of these guys have the ability to just blow up and just win your weeks. So, oh, man, I say we just get right back up, just hop right into it. But, if you really want to see all our Dynasty rankings, view our website, Cruise Dynasty Podcast. We pushing it hard right now. Pushing the pod, pushing the website. We're going to push it hard.
Check out the website, man. Really check it out. We got all our rankings on there. Look under Craft Man's rankings and just stick with those because all them other Matts and Chris's and Phil's, they ain't right. They all jacked up.
Yeah, I still got to type in all of the poor man's. I'll put his in soon.
I just mean when you get them typed in, man, they're just all fucked up. Like, just stick with the Craft Man. You win you some championships. It'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll see. Dude, Crab, I say we just dive right in. I don't really want to get down into the mud too much with these tight ends. I want to hit these top 12s. We'll get in, get out. We'll hit it and quit it.
Hey, I do have a suggestion for you though, Matt. Like, let's give these guys some. So what we do is Superflex, tight end premium, Dynasty League. When we name these tight ends, say about what round that you think you should take them in as far as being a tight end premium. Because tight ends in a redraft league is totally different from a tight end premium league in Dynasty. So I really want to get your input on where you think these guys should go. I mean, at least the first 6 guys. Where you're willing to take them at in the startup.
Yep.
Tight end premium. You do not want to be left with the guy. You don't want to be the guy who don't have a tight end. I can promise you that. So we'll go ahead and get started on this thing, Matt. What you got, man?
You know how it is. I'm just trying to pull up the latest mock draft we just did, really. But yeah, number 1. I really don't know if you're gonna like this one or not, Craft Man. But at number 1, I got Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts from the Atlanta Falcons, and you know how it is with Kyle Pitts. He's young, talented, is pretty much a wide receiver. The only problem with him is he had a good rookie season, but then last year he was trash. And really, the Falcons' offense was trash, so I can't pin it all on Kyle Pitts.
They got the same offense going into next year as they did last year, Matt. Same quarterback.
Hopefully it's just going to be better. Kyle Pitts also was hurt for the end of the year. He got hurt week 11 with an ACL injury. But listen, man, I ain't gonna be. It's like I said when we was doing these other ones. I ain't gonna kill the guy for one terrible year. After this year, though, man, this shit happens again. Though this dude's sinking way down, dude. So you could be the number one guy with your age and your talent, and you should be a cheat code. But this is all potential right here, and the only reason I got him at 1 is because Travis Kelce's kind of old, so I just put him at 2. So that's my top 2: Kyle Pitts, Travis Kelce. That's where I stand.
Yeah.
But with that said, Kyle Pitts, he's like, if you really believe in these little super flex tight end premiums, I think I saw he might have been the first tight end off the board. He might have been the second tight end off the board and went in the 3rd round. Is that right, Kraft?
Yeah. The only thing I got to say about Kyle Pitts is if you're planning on losing this year, draft Kyle Pitts. If you're planning on
Yeah.
starting your startup draft and planning on going young and rebuilding, and I wouldn't even say rebuilding because you ain't even built your team yet, which we talked about that in that one league, didn't we, Matt? That dude was rebuilding before he even built.
Yeah, to rebuild it after the draft.
Dump was like, man, he's just rebuilding. I was like, he ain't even fucking built yet. Like, he ain't even built. So I'm taking Travis Kelce as my number 1 tight end. I don't care dynasty, anything. I do not care. Like, I come into dynasty drafts, and me and you have talked about it. You don't want to be first. You don't want to be last, all that shit. You want to compete. I'm not taking Kyle Pitts over Travis Kelce any day of the week. I don't give a shit about Kyle Pitts' 1,004 touchdowns. I don't care. I don't care about them statistics. Travis Kelce could go for another 3 years, man. I hadn't seen him slow down yet. And you know what you're going to get out of Travis Kelce. So he is a premier pick in a startup draft. Matt,
yeah, I mean,
do you think that, I mean, when you take Travis Kelce in a startup draft, Matt, do you think that once you make that pick, like right there, and you hit that button, you're like, Travis Kelce, you tell everybody in that league that you're playing with, like, I'm fucking winning now.
oh yeah, there's no doubt. You're definitely competing if you're taking Travis Kelce.
And you're drafting him in like the second, probably the 3rd round of a startup
Yeah.
draft. So you're pretty much in a tight end premium. You're like I said, you make that pick, I'm winning now.
Yep. No doubt about it. And you never know. You could have him 2, 3 more years. That's the reason why I got him at 2. Is eventually it's got to fall off. But like, I would draft him ahead of Kyle Pitts myself because I would take one good year, banking on one good year. If I was like, all right, I'll just take. I know I'm at least gonna get one elite year.
Don't say good. Don't say
Yeah,
good when it comes
great.
to Travis.
Right, exactly.
Over all the other guys, because that's the difference between taking an older running back like Derrick Henry over Brees Hall. You got the old guy versus the young guy. But the young guy might put up close to as many stats as the old guy. But in this case, the old guy is gonna run you out of the building.
Right. Agreed. So you got Travis Kelce at 1. Who you got at 2?
I got Mark Andrews at 2 as of now. If Lamar Jackson ends up not signing, then Kyle Pitts. I got Kyle Pitts at number 3. I will move him up. But if Lamar comes back, Mark Andrews is the only guy that's going to even compete with Travis Kelce for the throne. And he's 29 years old coming into next year, as Kelce will be about 32 years. So I think the age gap is significant in that one. And so, Matt, here's my question to you: If you're a team who's kind of middling in dynasty right now, you finished as number 8 last year out of 12-man league, and Lamar comes back, are you trading? Like, say you have Travis Kelce, are you trading Travis Kelce for Mark Andrews?
That's a
If
tough
Lamar comes
call.
back, if Lamar is going to be back with the Ravens, which I still believe that's probably the most likely case.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, heck, I mean, that's a tough flip to make. You got to have balls to do a trade like that. I think you could do it, but I think now would be the time to do it if you're going to do it, I guess. Because, I mean, if Lamar Jackson does come back, that Mark Andrews owner might not want to do that trade. You know what I'm saying? He might see.
But Travis
Kind of what
Kelsey
I'm
is
saying.
like I feel like he's like the ultimate chess piece in all of Dynasty right now because you got the age and you got the gap of tight ends where he's just so much better than everybody else. If you're a rebuilding team and for some reason you have Travis Kelsey on your team or you're bottom of the half, bottom half of a Dynasty league, you can get so much for Travis Kelsey to a
Right.
competing team, but you have to trade him to a competing team, and you can get. I mean, you can get Bijan Robinson. You can get the 101 for Travis Kelsey to a competing team. There ain't no doubt. So anybody
Maybe.
out there, I really think you could.
Probably. You
Anybody,
could. You might could. I'd like to see. I hadn't really. I don't know who's giving up the 101 these days, but I'd trade it for a haul. I'd want more than Travis Kelsey, honestly. But you know how it is. All right. Well, shoot. I got Mark Andrews at 3, but if Lamar Jackson don't come out, I would easily slide him to 5. I would put him behind T.J. Hawkinson and Dallas Goddard. But I got T.J. Hawkinson at 4, Dallas Goddard at 5. Um, you know, that's pretty much it's a clear top 5 for me. For a dynasty ranking, Goddard was going off last year to a point where I thought he would be. I was saying this dude's like top 4. Like this dude is like up there with. He wasn't with the elite guys, but he was like the next thing. He did get hurt, but still, Dallas Goddard put together a great year last year. You know how it is, man. I bring it up all the time, man. I was fading. I got Dallas Goddard on my team in the home league. I was trying to ship him off the best I could before the season started, but then, the season rolled around and I just kept him. I had him, and the dude was just going off. So, I mean, he even had a good postseason this year. So, you know, Dallas Goddard. My guy. I ain't never trading him now. Can't get rid of him.
I got him too. I got him too in Dynasty, and he's like gold to me because I'm in a tight end premium. And in that mock draft we did today, Matt, I drafted George Kittle and Dallas Goddard. And you just cannot. That tight end premium is ridiculous. But T.J. Hawkinson, he's still only 25 years old.
Right.
But
In a great situation.
in a great situation, and he is going to perform like crazy with Justin Jefferson getting all the coverage. Justin Jefferson is the guy. Everybody game plans for him. All the teams are going to focus in on Justin Jefferson. TJ Hawkinson is going to put in work. But Minnesota, I believe, I don't know what you think, Matt. I feel like they're going to draft a guy. I like KJ Osborne a good bit, but I think they're going to draft a receiver. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these top guys we've been talking about in the rookie drafts, like Jordan Addison, Njigba, Quentin Johnson, I wouldn't be surprised if any of them guys go to Minnesota.
Yeah.
So that's one thing you could probably think about, like as a sell high with T.J. Hawkinson, because I think he could be a sell high right now. But he could also be just fine. I mean, I got him ranked as my tight end 4. So as of right now, but if another receiver, if Njigba goes there, he's not going to be my tight end 4.
Right.
I think there's a couple guys that fit the bill of who you can trade before the draft, because a lot of people say, don't everybody say like, man, like, oh, you should wait before the draft before you do something. Wait before the draft, see where they land. I feel like T.J. Hawkinson might be one of them guys where maybe you can sell high before the draft, before people see where he lands, because he's about as high as he's gonna be right now.
That's true. I agree. Might could just do a little slight downgrade at tight end, or like a theoretical downgrade. Like go get. What if you could trade T.J. Hawkinson for like Goddard plus, like Goddard in a
Yeah,
second,
yeah, that's what
or
I'm saying. Or maybe like
even Freiermuth.
Njoku. Or
Yeah,
you can get Njoku plus a really good receiver or something like, Njoku Goblin, something like that.
right.
Njoku, a late round first or early second. You might can do something like that.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right. So for my next little tier, I got Pat Freiermuth at 6 and George Kittle at 7. George Kittle is just a little older than all these guys. Has games where he's banged up and hurt, but man, he was going to fuck off when what's his face Brock Purdy was in the building, and John Lynch and I said the other day that Brock Purdy has earned the right to be the starter of this team, and I agree. So George Kittle's going to be good to go. I might be higher on him in a redraft this year than I was last year, honestly. Um, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, George Kittle at 7. Then Pat Freiermuth, the Muth. I mean, he's just up there with Kenny Pickett. He's solid. He's as fine, good as a tight end as you can have.
Yeah. So who do you?
What did he do?
Yeah, Freiermuth he's young. He fits the bill, but it's the Steelers' offense, and we talked about Pickens and Deontay Johnson stealing targets, but I mean Dallas Goedert's 28, George Kittle's 29, 1 year difference. I got George Kittle at 5, and I got Dallas Goedert at 6, and Freiermuth at 7. The only reason I got Kittle above Goddard is because I feel like Kyle Shanahan puts his game plan around George Kittle sometimes. There is
Yeah.
games where George Kittle is the guy. And especially if a guy gets injured. We said this about Debo in the last episode where if a guy goes down, shit changes. Like if Debo's the guy, if Kittle gets hurt, then Debo's going to be great. If George Kittle is the guy and Debo goes down, George Kittle's going to go the fuck off. We all know that. We've had enough experience where if a guy goes down in the San Francisco offense like Debo or Ayuk or McCaffrey, George Kittle is going to have a significant role. That's the only reason I got Kittle ranked above Goddard is Kittle does have a little bit more injury history, but I believe that there's going to be a couple game plans surrounded around George Kittle where Goddard will never have that when you have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
There. Like Dallas Goedert's not ever going to be the focal point of that offense in any game plan.
He's not the focal point, but he definitely gets plays designed for him every game. He's as safe as a tight end out there.
And I don't blame him if you take him over him. I mean, it's just 1 year difference, but it's really just what offense you believe in more and what weapons you believe in more because they're both stacked on offense. They both got great receivers. So it's really Goddard has been more healthy over the years, but I don't know. Me and Matt
Yeah.
kind of go a little against each other on this one, where I think Goddard don't have as much pull as Kittle does on that offense.
Yeah. All right. Well, shoot at 8. I wonder if we're gonna get a little different with these next few. At 8, I got Njoku. 9, I got Evan Ingram. 10, Waller. 11, Dolchich, and 12, Trey McBride. That's how I end off my top 12. It gets a little slim at the 12, but Njoku's really a talent thing. He's young. He's fucking what? 20? What is he? 24, 25? Let me make sure. But yeah, I mean, now they got Deshaun Watson in the building. I mean, heck, I feel like we was kind of tooting his horn a little bit last year, kind of teeing him up. But this might be it right here. This might be the year we get a little Njoku breakout.
26 Njoku.
26. So
Maybe going on 27.
So yeah, I got him at. Yep.
Well, he's definitely going on 27 if he's 26. That birthday's gonna fucking come.
There ain't
It
no
will
doubt about
happen.
that.
That birthday is gonna
Man,
come.
put your money on that. Uh, but yeah, I got a Joko today. Who you got? What you got?
You
Oh,
said we would we differentiate on these, but no, we're about the same. I got Njoku at 8. I got Evan Ingram at 9. I got Schultz at 10. Darren Waller at 11. The only place we differentiated is on 11 and 12. I got Darren Waller at 11, and I got Dolchich at 12. The only reason I got Darren Waller in my top 12 is because I don't feel like the Giants have a very good receiving core. And I think that Darren Waller is going to play a big part in, Daniel Jones' development, which is the reason I got Daniel Jones ranked at number 13 in my QB rankings, right behind my QB1. So, I think Darren Waller could have a couple good years left. He's not as young as people think he is. He's going on 30. I think he's 30 years old. So, but when this is one thing I differentiate in tight ends is like the age. It doesn't matter as much in the tight ends because there's not many good young tight ends in the game.
right.
As far as like receivers and running backs go. So, I mean, Matt, name a good rookie tight end from last year. Name the best one. Dolchich? He's the best one, right?
Dolchich or yeah, probably yeah. I mean, ain't none of these rookie tight ends are gonna do shit. That's why I really don't even want to draft them in rookie drafts and stuff like that. I just kind of avoid them. Period. But
Name the best rookie receivers from last year. We got Garrett Wilson, you got Olave, you got Christian Watson, you got a lot of good guys.
tight end's definitely gonna take two
You
or
got
three
Drake
years.
London. I mean, you got all these guys. So
Even
tight ends
Mark
just
Andrews. Mark Andrews took a little bit of time, didn't he? A couple years. It wasn't like he just came in. I mean, I know Kyle Pitts had that. I'm telling you, man, that 1,000 yards season, it was the most overrated 1,000 yards receiving year ever, man. It didn't feel like it as a Falcons fan. He just had a couple good games. He just somehow reached 1,000. I think he had
and
500
he's your
receiving
tight
yards
end
one
one
time.
though. He's your tight end
Hey,
one.
man, young and
Don't
the
think
talented.
bad of your tight end one now.
But yeah, I'm with you about Darren Waller. Like, I just put him in there because he got traded to the Giants, and it could work out. I wouldn't bank on it though. Like, I don't really want to draft him. And
I
then
would definitely draft Darren Waller at a cost.
I mean at a cost, but I don't know if I would even pay.
I think he's going to drop. I mean, would you not in a tight end premium league? Would you not take Darren Waller and say I don't know, the 9th round?
I mean, who's going in the 9th round? Is Evan Ingram and them going in the 9th round?
No, they go before that. They got to, right?
Trey McBride going in the 9th round?
I do like Trey McBride, but Zach Ertz has not left. He's still
Man,
hanging around.
I wouldn't be too worried about that bum.
I do think Trey McBride is a definite buy low because ain't nobody thinking of Trey McBride right now. I've
Right.
been saying that a long time. Is there any of these guys that we mentioned as far as tight ends? 'Cause we don't like fucking talking about these
Nah,
tight
man, I'm
ends.
already sick of this shit.
But is there any of
Don't
these guys that you want to classify as like a buy low or sell high?
I would sell high on I don't know. I'm not really big on selling high. I mean, you could just I mean, obviously I'm big on selling high, but these tight ends are here. You mean you gotta hold on, you gotta arc it all out. I might would just do a little downgrade and try to get a second rounder. But as far as buy lows like Trey McBride, I mean, is Evan Ingram really a buy low? I mean, I'm buying into
He's
Evan.
not a he's not a buy low. He had his career season last year, so I think he would be more classified as a sell high with Calvin Ridley coming in there and all them mouths to feed. If you wanted to classify it, I think
Dolchich,
he's
could be.
man.
It's
It's
not
tough.
really. It's just a tough list to go through. Like to sit here and say buy low. I don't know. But while we're talking about tight ends, though, and we're sitting here talking shit about them, this draft right here does seem to be a strong tight end for draft for tight ends.
Oh shit! I drafted George Kittle and Dallas Goedert in that last mock draft. I drafted both of them.
I'm talking about rookie drafts.
Oh, and
You be
rookie
taking-
drafts. Yeah, Dalton Kincaid is going to be a deal because
Yeah.
Michael Myers going in the first, and I do like him, but Dalton Kincaid is probably the best pass catcher out of all these tight ends, and that's what fantasy's about. Is don't matter how good you are as a damn blocker.
Yeah. And you got your guys like Darnell Washington out there testing through the roof, snagging shit. So
You can get Dalton Kincaid in like the back of the second, probably.
yeah. So this
third?
might be the time. This might be the draft to go get you a tight end. Who knows? It might work out.
Yeah.
Maybe not rookie year, but maybe sophomore season. You never know. Might pan out. But shoot, man, let's wrap it up, Kraft. Fuck these tight ends. I'm gonna name the episode that. Fuck these tight ends. Dynasty Ranking Edition.
Is that gonna be the clickbait that you want though? Fuck these tight ends.
Fuck these tight ends, yeah. Fuck them.
It needs to be more like tight ends you have to buy right now. Tight ends you have to get right now. With an exclamation point on it. That's that clickbait we want.
Yeah. Buy these tight ends. Wah, 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 wah. What's that little noise they play? Wah, wah, wah.
I do bet you though that this tight end episode has the least amount of views that we're gonna get on all our episodes that we done.
Yeah, probably. Shit. You know
but we sit here and talk about it, man. We put in the work.
We do it for everybody. We do it for all y'all who are listening and following. We definitely got a solid core out there. So thanks for listening, Crap Man. Let's wrap it up. What you got to say to the folks?
I know we say fuck these tight ends, but it is damn near important to get a good tight end in these tight end premiums. I don't want to undersell that at all because you do not want to be the guy who doesn't have a tight end. Right. In redraft, it's all right. In Dynasty, tight end premium is not okay.
And shoot, all I know is me and the poor man P. Miller went tight end early in last year's redraft. He went Kelsey in the first, and I went Andrews in the second. And I still say, fuck these tight ends, man. Fuck them all.
In redraft, right?
I won't even take. I ain't even drafting. I'm going late. What is it? Great or late? I'm going late next year.
Great or late. Great or late, and that's pretty much Travis Kelce or late at this point.
Exactly. But shoot, man, thanks for listening. 5-star review. Add us on all the shit. But I think that's about it, man. We out.
Peace. Coming with the rookie episodes.